I didn't know that was going to happen. That's just not possible. God's aware of everything throughout time and space. He knows what the enemy's going to do before the enemy even figures out what he's going to do, right? So Psalms 121, 7-8 says, "The Lord keeps you from all harm and watches over your life. The Lord keeps watch over you as you come and go, both now and forever." God's looking out for you. God's looking out for us. We don't got to be afraid of what the enemy is doing. We need to be aware of it, but we know that God is with us. I've heard this quote. Pastor Trevor shared it a few times, and it just sits with me. But a light burns brightest in the darkness. Right? If you take a little candle outside right now in the brightness of the day, that little candle does nothing. But if you take that same candle into a very dark room, it can light up the room, right? So as much as we can see the world getting worse, the world falling into greater darkness, that just means we have greater cause for our light to shine brighter. The brighter our light. So what the enemy is tending for evil is what God is turning into his good. Proverbs 25, verse 2 says, "It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings to search out a matter." I think this is a key to pretty much every time you have a problem or issue in life. You see things happen that you don't know why they happen, and what is the obvious response? God, why did you let this happen? Instead, our question should be, God, what do you want me to learn through this? What do you want me to grow in this? It is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but it is the glory of kings to search out a matter. What does that mean? It means there are hidden mysteries on this earth, things we don't know, but it's the king's glory to actually discover what it is. This is the way I think about it. There's things that God hides from us. Why? So that we will search them out. So that we will go after them. That we will discover them. It's up to us as God's people. And maybe you don't think of yourself as a king or a queen, but that's how God sees you because he's called you to reign. Think about this. When God gave Pharaoh a dream about the 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of famine, they needed a godly man to reveal God's plans to them. Did Joseph fear what was coming? Did Joseph sit back and say, oh no, we're going to have 7 years of famine, everybody's going to die? Did he get caught on that? No. Because he was God's man who was going to lead the nation of Egypt. And we're not only talking about the nation of Egypt, we're talking about all the nations in that area that were going to suffer that famine. But he had no fear. Why? Because he knew the plan. Sure, Pharaoh and his court and the people of Egypt had reason to fear. Okay? They didn't know what was going on. They just knew